What we're going to learn today is a major arpeggio pattern with the root on the 5th string. It's a fairly simple pattern. It looks like this. And we're going to use it to create some really interesting licks, and each exercise I show you will build on the last one. The first thing we're going to do is learn to move it around. After that, I'm going to show you how to split it in half and move it around a little bit. It makes for a really cool looking and sounding lick. It looks something like this. Then we're going to take that lick and move it around a little bit. It's going to look like this. And after that, I'm going to show you some long ascending and descending licks using the same arpeggio. Okay, so let's get started with our arpeggio shape. It's a major arpeggio. Here it is slow. And what we're doing here is we're setting ourselves up with kind of a C chord shape, a C bar chord shape. And the way we do that is we use our pinky on the 15th fret of the 5th string, third finger on 14th fret of the 4th string, first finger on 12th fret of the 3rd string, second on 13th fret of the 2nd string, and then we're going to shift our first finger over here to the 12th fret of the 1st string as we go, something like this. So when we set it up, it's going to look like this. And then we're going to finish it off with an up pick here on the 15th fret of the 1st string. So, and by the way, this is all a sweep pick. That's kind of the point of this lesson. I almost forgot to mention it. So when you do the right hand movements here, make sure you use all one stroke. In fact, it's a good idea to follow through into each string. When you practice it like that. See how I'm following through? And then we descend the opposite. We do this little pull from 15 to 12. And then up pick, up pick, up pick, up pick. Okay, now when we move it around, the frets I use there, I started up here on the regular one, 12th fret, moved it down so my index finger's on the 9th fret, pinky on 12th, then moved it down to here, which is index on the 7th, pinky on the 10th, and then back up to 12th. So we have 15th pinky, first finger 12th, 15th 12th, first finger 9th, pinky 10th, first finger 7th, and then back up. The The next lick, which is the one where we kind of ascend one position, slide up to another, and descend back down, and kind of do that repeatedly, is between the 12th and 15th frets for your pinky. And by the way, I tend to think of things in terms of the pinky for these exercises because it's the pinky that's playing the root note. So a lot of times you'll hear me refer to everything using the pinky note, not so much the first finger note, because the pinky is the root. Next, when I moved it around, it looks something like this. What I did is I took the same shape, moved it down to 10th fret, index 7th fret. Did it once there, then moved it down to pinky 8th fret, first finger 5th fret. And then wrapped it up with a 7th fret arpeggio here, just kind of walking it up and down. So again, we start here in a position we used before, pinky 12th fret. Move it down to 10th. Move it down to pinky on 8th, and then down to 7th. We just sweep up and down on that one. Now for our long ascending and descending lick. Let's start with the ascending one. That's the one that looks like this. Basically what I'm doing here is moving up in sets of twos. I start by ascending here, sliding up 2 frets with my pinky, descending. So we have something like this. Then we're going to slide up 2 with our pinky, ascend, slide up 2 with pinky, descend. Same thing, 2, 2, and the frets I'm using here is I start with my pinky on the 7th, slide pinky up to 9th, first string for our descending lick, slide pinky up to 11th, 5th string for our next lick, slide pinky up to 13th, first string for our descending, 15th ascending, 17th first string descending, and then finishing up here. And I throw this one little extra note in here, the 17th fret with my second finger first string, just to give it a nice ending. Now for the descending. That's the one that looks like this. This is kind of the opposite of the ascending. I'm starting right up here on the 17th fret and descending with the lick, going down 2 frets, pinky, ascending. Sliding down 2 frets, first string, descending. Sliding down 2 frets, 5th string, ascending. Sliding down 2 frets, first string. the frets I'm using here are 19th pinky. Pinky moves the 17th 5th string, we ascend back up. That puts us on 17th fret, we slide down to 15th 1st string. Slide down to 13th 5th string, ascend. Slide down to 11th 1st string, descend. Slide down to 9th, 5th string, ascend. Slide down to 7th 1st string, descend. So there we go. There's our major arpeggio with the root on the 5th strings and a few things that you can do with it, but just by moving the same pattern around. Hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Tune in for some more of my sweet pick lessons.